it. So
hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Donna K. Delahaye from the blog hughesofdelahaye.com, and in today's video I'll be going over the different Fujifilm simulation currently on the market and the best environments to use these film simulations in. If you like the sounds of that, definitely subscribe to my channel and make sure you hit that notification bell. Let's get into the video. Fujifilm has been a leader in the photographic industry for decades. Not only are they the world's leader in optics, but are also the biggest producers of instant film and cameras left on the market. Fujifilm was one of the leading brands for the production of 35mm and 120 films, making film emulsion loved by photographers everywhere. Some of these famous film stocks such as Acros and Fuji Pro 400H still exist. Fuji took their color science know-how from the film days and created a range of film simulations for their digital cameras that featured a high level of color accuracy and reproduction. Currently, the Fujifilm JPEG's film simulations are only available in the X-series camera. In this video, we'll discuss each simulation mode individually in terms of its color reproduction, contrast, and recommended uses. We'll also review the inspiration for each color palette in relation to the original C41 and E6 film stocks, from which their names and traits are borrowed. It's important to note that each simulation mode requires in-camera image processing, which means that raw files will not be affected by the film presets. To get to the film simulation, press the function FN3 button to display the options below. Then use the selector to highlight an option and press menu/OK to select your desired film simulation. Provia. Fujifilm's most popular E6 slide film still exists today in the X-series lineup. Provia is branded as the standard setting for color and contrast and is well suited for almost any task. In terms of color rendition, Provia delivers true-to-life color interpretation for landscapes, portraits, and candid photographs. Provia seems to lie within the blue-green spectrum, bringing out the natural pop of leaves and the flat blue tones of the sky or ocean. It's a very middle-of-the-road stimulation and exhibits medium contrast, ideal for separation of individual subjects within a frame. Due to its fairly accurate interpretation of skin tones, it performs well when used in group portraits or candid shots. However, I've noticed that under certain lighting conditions, normally outdoors on a bright day, Provia may process flatter than expected, making it an ideal choice for those interested in adjusting highlights and shadows in post. Velvia. Velvia is branded as a high contrast palette of saturated colors suited for nature photos. Velvia is characterized by its vivid and exaggerated interpretations of the natural world. The simulation enhances almost every color while turning up the contrast. It's commonly used for landscapes. The film and its simulation lends themselves to warm glows of orange sunset and turquoise tropical seas. With Velvia, skies, regardless of the time of day, appears closer to a royal blue than natural sky blue. Velvia is actually my favorite simulation when I'm doing travel photography because it brings out the richness and colors of the architecture or landscape you're taking the photo of. However, you do have to bear in mind to watch the sky because it can produce a very unrealistic blue skies. However, if you are looking for punchy colors, Velvia is your simulation to go for. Astra is branded as the soft color film simulation of the pack. It enhances the range of hues available for skin tones in portraits, while preserving the blues of daylight skies. It's recommended for outdoor portrait photography. Astra is a more subdued option within the Fujichrome family. Simply put, it's the opposite to Velvia. In terms of color reproduction, Astra's palette is soft. Blues, greens, yellows, and reds all appear as a lighter, softer integration of their normal cells, delivering Astra's final objective of accurate, controlled, natural skin tones. Classic Chrome has soft colors and enhances shadow contrast for a calm look. This film simulation is not based on a classic emulsion. Instead, Fujifilm developed it to emulate the look of classic documentary-style photography. This simulation has a low saturation match with mild contrast as the defining characteristics of the mode. Careful attention has been paid to sky tonality, removing purple casts to minimize richness and drawing down the overall saturation response to reds, greens to achieve a muted, chromatically balanced image. Many street photographers seem to use this film simulation if they are shooting color for a raw, edgier look. This is the film simulation used by most street photographers and basically what they will tell you to use when you start shooting with a Fujifilm. Moving on to the Pro Negative High and the Pro Negative Standard. These two Pro Negative modes are intended to share similar interpretations of color, generally resting somewhere between the unsaturated look of Classic Chrome and the standard natural look of Provia. Pro Neg High is ideal for portraits with slightly enhanced contrast, especially when contrast against Pro Neg Standard, modeled after Fuji's most popular print film for portraits, Fuji Pro 400H. Pro Neg High, like Astra, this film simulation works great for outdoor portraits. Astra, however, can be too saturated for some people, especially in the blues, yellows, and orange. Pro Neg High subdues these colors for a more natural look. Pro Neg Standard is a soft tone palette. The range of hues available for skin tone is enhanced, making this a great choice for studio portrait photography. This is another of the Fujifilm JPEG film simulation that is ideal for portraitures. It simulates the NS160, a professional color negative film for studio portraiture. It has a softer graduations and skin tones, especially when compared to the Pro Neg High. Pro Neg Standard is much more subdued than Astra. It has a lower contrast and the colors are less saturated also, especially in the skin tones. Classic Neg is the newest of the Fujifilm simulation. It's a bit like Classic Chrome, but instead of a cooler shift towards cayenne, it has a warmer shift towards red. It's subtle and is a great way of getting that vintage look with warmer hues. It's loosely based on the Fujicolor Supra films. However, this film simulation is only available in the newest cameras such as the X Pro 3 and X-T4. The classic negative film simulation is great for documentary and photojournalism, like Classic Chrome but warmer. This film simulation will also work great for outdoor portraits, keeping deep shadows with natural skin color. Eterna was developed for cinema. It is a very soft film simulation with low contrast. Colors exhibit low saturation and slow tonal gradations, with a slight blue shift towards cayenne. This is currently only available in the newer Fuji models such as the X-T3, X-T4, X-T30 and X Pro 3. This is a favorite film simulation for cinematographers. Acros takes black and white photos with rich gradations and outstanding sharpness. It's available with yellow, red, and green filters. Acros is Fujifilm's classic black and white emulsion, brought to life digitally with rich details and excellent sharpness, and is preferred over monochrome. This film simulation matches the tonal range and even the film grain of its analog offering. You even have the ability with the Acros film simulation to apply yellow, red, and green filters in camera. The red filter gives more contrast and a dramatic feel. The yellow filter seems more subtle. The green filter seems to work best when photographing people. Monochrome. This was the original black and white Fujifilm simulation on X-series camera until Acra was developed. As with Acra, there are 3 variants for this mode. You can add a red, yellow, or green filter. Monochrome with red filter. This takes black and white pictures with increased contrast. This setting also tones down the brightness of the sky. The monochrome film simulation with the red filter softens skin tones in black and white portraits. Monochrome with the yellow filter. Take black and white pictures with slightly increased contrast. This setting also slightly tones down the brightness of the sky. Sepia gives your image a reddish brown look to mimic the feel of a vintage photo. However, this is not my favorite film simulation, and I can't see myself using this unless you are looking for the like Mad Max kind of vibe. I don't see where you would really need to use this film simulation at all. It is not flattering. Hi guys, I hope you like my breakdown of the Fujifilm simulations that are currently on the market. But as we've seen with the launch of the X-T4, Fuji continuously launches new film simulation to its X-series body. So if you liked this video and you thought the content was useful, definitely hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more Fuji tutorials, updates and reviews.